Hello everybody and welcome back to Railroad Tycoon 2. We've got our third scenario in the base game campaign, and this is Bridging a Nation. We are going to be selecting the New Orleans to Los Angeles objective. I've never actually done this one. I always pick one of the others for whatever reason, so it's nice to do a different one for a change. And yeah, let's get on with it and see what we're up against. And here we are. In the interest of opening up the West and building unity amongst the states, the US government is subsidizing westward expansion by the railroads. The large land grants and subsidies have begun to flow. To win, fulfill the connection choice you made on the campaign screen, connecting Sacramento to St. Louis, St. Paul to Seattle, or New Orleans to Los Angeles by the end of 1882, and haul 6 loads between those two selected cities. That's okay, because that's just 3 loads on each train sort of thing. We'll double that up potentially. Okay, good. For a silver win, complete this task by 1882 and have a company equity of 10 million or more. That's good, I can do that. Nice, nice. For a gold win, do it all 4 years earlier at 1878 and have a personal net wealth of at least 8 million at the end of it all. Okay, that last bit's really the spanner in the works here. I have never been good at amassing personal net wealth, so I'm going to need to take a slightly different approach here. That also means we have, what's that, 16 years to do it? That's not too bad, actually. Right, we'll pause the game, we'll press OK, and away we go. We do have competitors, so we do need to be aware of that. We don't have a company made yet, which is nice. So let's get an idea of our route. We'll probably start down here. And what have we got here? We've got... Ooh, ports are very good, aren't they? Probably make a connection to somewhere... somewhere like Houston would be very good there. Would going up north help? Jackson's not bad. It's got wool production. We could take that wool production. That would be very good. But the sheer volume of passengers and mail could end up being very profitable if we just go down that route as well. Both are quite valid, actually. Also, looks like Dallas is looking really good with the sheer amount of grain it's got, and wonder if we can maybe sort of do something with Oklahoma City then. And as for the route inwards, I have no idea. We're probably going to go somewhere through here, through Albuquerque. It gets very hilly, and it does get very troublesome. And there's Los Angeles, actually. I have no idea how on earth we're meant to get there. Possibly this way? That looks like the way to it. Yeah, that looks like the best way possible. Gradual incline. Okay, very good. Right, it's now time to, create Chimpy Rail. Let's go maximum investment. I think we'll go maximum investment altogether, to be honest, actually. Going for as much as possible. If you do put in, or rather you do request less outside investment, you actually don't have as many, you actually own a bigger percentage of the company, but I'm going to go all out. For some reason, that just makes me think of Chimpy Rail. Oh, yeah, sure, whatever, we'll go with that. Right, that's looking pretty good. Who is the manager currently? We have cheaper fuel costs, significantly, and higher engine maintenance. Fuel costs is usually more expensive anyway. I would be tempted to go for the train speed being higher. You know what? I am going to do that. Yes. And we should get a different manager available as well. No, that's fine. Marvellous. Alright, so then, I am going to start off with a station here, and I am going to go down the Houston route, and if needs be, we can probably take out debt if we do need it. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, we've got a good enough rating here, so we could take out 500,000 if we need to. I think I'd probably do this as far along as I can. Yeah. Houston looks good. Alright, that looks nice. Do have to make one bridge, but that's fine. I'm wondering here if we can possibly... We need to get that port in. Yeah, that's probably the best place we can do it. In fact, can we do it this way? It's probably a bit better. Yeah, here we go. There we go. That's a bit further along. We can get one house from Baton Rouge there as well. Actually, I wonder... Get 3 houses from there. Can we get any more? Nah, I was going to say. That'd have been too good. Looks good. Alright, I like it. Right, let's take a little look at what sort of rail options we have here. We are going to go stone. Let's say we want to max this out right away. Obviously, it's not going to cost that much because we're not going to be stupid. In fact, I might want to do this from Houston, actually, since it's going to be silly. 3! There's a gradient there. Other than that, though, the rest of it looks quite healthy. No, don't go that way. What is up with you? What is up with you? Alright, there's a small gradient. That's fine. Right, we've got the 440 American C. We're going to go ahead and, I guess, build this. The 3 gradient is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So from Houston, I'm going to go... Oh, do we add a dining cart? Increase the revenues of attached. I think I'd rather go full... Yeah, but I'd rather go full. There we go. Let's do this. Both of these look good. Like that. And then we're going to make another train starting from New Orleans. There we go. Alright, we've got 2 trains available here. We will need to make sure they have a water tower, a roundhouse. We'll go water tower just here. And then from Houston, you can have roundhouse, water, sanding. Boom. Right, these are now set up. We can look at possibly... oh, wow, that is a lot of Command and Conquer sandbags, isn't it? Alright, away they go. I think once these 2 are in, we'll probably issue a bond as well, and we can then make another connection. Since there's another one of those scenarios where we can place stations anywhere, we'll also need to take a look at where our competitors go. We could have started up in Chicago. But we need to make the connections down here anyway. In terms of the route towards it, we could go via San Antonio. We kind of want to go central here. I do like the idea of going Dallas and Fort Worth. Okay, we've got our first... Oh, first one's in. There we go, look at that. Let's go for the Red Reaper, shall we? For this one. Yes, that's very good. And that gradient's not been too bad. We've also got our first competitor as well. Already up to 900,000. That's very nice. That's actually quite good. Do you know what I should have done as well? Was buy some shares, which I really should have done. I am going to go ahead and buy this guy's shares on margin. I'm very tempted to buy back some stock, which I should have done earlier. Buying back stock early could be very valuable. Right, let's stop and think about what we're going to do here. Let's get a sort of no-brainer route going. And I'm still thinking, oh, do you know what? Kansas City looks quite good as well. With all that grain. We've got grain. Lots of cattle here, but there's no pedestrians. But that's fine, because we could actually do a sort of 3-way split sort of thing here. We could get loads of cattle, stupid amount of it, 4, wow. Connect it to somewhere like here. And then take all that food somewhere else, say up to Fort Worth here. And possibly get in the grain there. That's a really nice idea. The problem is do we have a decent route through? Can you not get round? No. There's no good route around here. This is a pretty unfortunate hill. Okay, we've got a really easy one we can do here, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw this down in Lubbock. Yeah, we're going to throw it here. We've got oil, we've got cattle, and then we've got a second station we're going to put probably about here. Maybe a bit further out. Can we get both of this? Well, we won't be directly connected. I want to make sure it does say connected, because you do get the bonus for... Oh, well, you know what? Yeah, no, that's fine. You get... Well, competitors won't go near it, essentially. Not necessarily about a bonus or anything. Don't know why I said that. But yeah, this looks fine to me. I just hope that it's relatively flat, to be honest. Do we want 1 or 2 trains? Depends, actually. It depends where we go from here. Let's sort of just inspect what it's like to go down to San Antonio. Pretty good. Pretty clean, actually. I think we're going to try and do that then. So I'm going to go ahead and build a single track along here. That's fine. We are going to go from Lubbock. Lubbock. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go 4, yeah. Coming back, we'll take a couple of food. Just the 2, I think. Just the 2 of them. And I am, in fact... Am I going to buy back some shares? Probably soon. Not just yet. The Francisco and Sacramento. You are not going to be... Oh, no, that's not too bad. The gradients, generally speaking, though, at some point you're going to slip up and you're going to make a terrible connection that's going to have a horrible hill. You'll probably go up here to Reno. And that's going to be very unprofitable for you. These guys, you've got room to run. Over here, over to Cedar Rapids. Definitely have options. Okay, I am in fact going to buy back some stock. Yes. Even though it's a bit pricey, it will be worth it in the long run. It will increase my own personal wealth, as I'll be able to issue more dividends to my own shares, as it were. Yes, yes, this should work fine. And you do produce food, yes, you said, but not very much. So I guess every other train? It's the southern route for you. Good money to be made this way. But don't forget your goal. New Orleans and Los Angeles won't wait forever. Cattle will call to your purse strings. Take only what you need. And we've split 2 for 1. Fantastic. There we go. Isn't that lovely? Okay, right. I wouldn't mind utilizing... You're on your way to New Orleans now. Yes, you can take the food. So if every other one takes the food, we could make this quite profitable. This port, actually. Okay, hold. You need to make sure that we've got a bit of everything here. Water, sandine, done. There we go. And they're buying my shares. How dare you buy my shares? That's for me to do. Yes, there we go. And I will buy back some stock as well. Okay, very good. More money coming in? Right, get those shares bought back early. I've got 6,000 out of 37,000 shares. That's not so bad. Do need to make sure I keep paying myself. I might up that dividend each year. There we go. Lovely. Pay myself a little bit. That's a good little profit stream coming in there. There should be a 4th company, no? Or has somebody just been an investor? Keep thinking it looks like there's 4 companies, but no, we've got 2 split railroads here. But yeah, eventually what we'll probably do... Can we connect sort of... Yeah, this way. That's probably what we'll end up doing, I reckon. And that gets us our train all the way through here. You're a little bit slow, aren't you? Oh, hello. Your manager has suggested establishing a railroad contracting company to help earn a bit more money from your own construction. You'll be able to charge whatever you want and pass along the bill to the government, who is footing most of the bill. Of course, you could get caught, but the company would reduce your track construction cost by 30%. If you get caught, it'll probably just be a silly fine. Everyone needs the railroad. Oh, that could cripple us if it ends up being... So we have to go for mass expansion now. So we'll do that then. Alright then. I also think I need a second one of these trains. I think I've decided. So I am going to go... Yes, like that. Feels like we're getting through... Yeah, we're not producing enough cattle there, as it were. So there we go. That's there. We will make this connection as soon as we can as well. I might even issue a bond for that now. Here we go. Can this... Is this okay? Actually, I should really work out where I'm going to place the station first. There. You want to connect it to San Antonio? That's... connects everywhere around here. Like the look of that. Ooh! I don't like the look of that, though. Crap. Well, it is what it is. Just have to make sure when going back it's 4%. Okay, you know what? We'll cope. We'll cope with it. We can't build anything else yet. Right, they've suspended the dividend. Because we are technically in debt right now. Well, we have 500 debt, don't we? Look, they've started connecting. Oh no, that's up here. But they have started connecting, indeed. So I'm glad I've got shares in their company, because they will be very profitable for a while, and that will earn me a little bit of money. And increase my personal wealth. Okay, boom time's ahead, so we'll get more revenue as well from that. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. We do have cattle there as well. Do you want cattle too? They do. I mean, this feels a bit excessive, but we'll do it anyway. Passengers, double food. We'll have to keep it relatively sensible. And then over here we will want to build, if I have the money, I do, because we just had a train come in, just these two. So I went for the roundhouse here because it's the most expensive thing, but we've got it in the middle, so... yeah, this'll work. Okay, we've got 5 trains currently operating. With the roundhouse here as well, turnarounds are going to be quicker as well. Away they go. Ooh. Right, may want to look at buying back a bit more stock. We'll also want to pump up that dividend again. Put it at 40 there. Though we do not want to issue back, we want to buy back some more stock. Okay, that's fine. Let's speed it up, shall we? Now, it said boom times ahead, so we're probably going to get cheaper debt as well. It may even go cheaper than that. We've split 2 for 1. Marvellous. And I'm getting more money as well. All 3 companies are doing very well. Chicago and Milwaukee exceptionally well. A lot of profits. Almost pure profit. They must be buying their own industries. Let's have a quick look, shall we? Pause it. And inspect what they're doing. No, they're just really... They probably have built out the stations quite well. Really optimized it for good passenger numbers, which is probably something that we may want to consider doing here. So, we've not done any of this yet, but it might be worth increasing those passenger revenues, given the fact that that's primarily what we're riding on here. So, if we do that now, that'll compound quite nicely over time, and we want to do the same in Houston as well. We could build telegraph poles as well. Right, we do want to make sure that we buy our own businesses, because they will get snapped up if we're not careful. The competitors can come along and buy the businesses that you use if you're not careful, so that is something to be aware of. But this will produce money for us at the end of each year. And as you see here, I think we may want to space these trains out a little bit. Right, over here, this one. You can stop for a little bit. How are you doing? Pretty good. Making your way down. Good. Very nice. Alright, and then you might as well start moving again. 1.3 million. We are absolutely raking it in right now. I'm going to go ahead and buy a bit more. I am going to buy back even more stock. Is that right? Buy back stock. Yes, 3,000 shares for 300. Let's reintroduce that dividend as well. At $0.50 a share. Got to make sure I don't go too far into debt myself, you see. What's my shareholding looking like there? Pretty good. I just want to make sure nobody else is buying too many of my shares. They're not currently. This is looking quite nice. They're looking good. I mean, that is paid off very nicely for me. Okay, is there anything we want to buy yet? Probably not. At some point, we will probably buy those, maybe? Do you know what, actually? That is a point. May want to switch this out to 3 cattle. Start off with that. There we go. Right, lovely. So, over here in Midland, Odessa, we have 4 routes. Well, we have 2 routes, but 2 trains on each route, so that's quite good. Very productive, this area. I am still debating whether or not I want to. I think I do. Yeah, look, we're able to take that food each time now. I am going to go ahead and purchase this because I reckon this is going to turn a profit. And so far, everything's looking good. Got the steel mill here, in case you're wondering what that was again. This is very profitable if you can supply them. Very, very profitable. But that's not happening in this scenario. Now I need to start being on the hunt for something else, I guess, to expand to. So there we go. Looking good. Something I might do actually is when I do connect down to Los Angeles, I may just have a one-way train rather than doing it both ways. It says between the two cities. It can be in just one direction. So if I'm finding it's not a very good connection, then I might go ahead and whichever way has the best gradient, just do it that way. Right, train speed 10% faster. Is there something better? We've got increased train safety. That's quite good, but I think I'm going to maintain train speed. For now, I think that might be good for this scenario, possibly. Train safety is very important, though. Well, this is interesting. We've got some iron and coal right there. Right near Denver, I believe this is. Yeah. Problem with Denver is it's usually got on quite a hill, but this time it's not. It might be possible to put this steel mill to work. But then where would we take the finished goods? There's not really anything here. There's iron right there as well. Rapid City. There's just quite a lot going on, actually. Well, I guess the no-brainer move right now looks like connecting Dallas to Oklahoma City. That seems like a really good move, actually. We can get all this grain going. There we go. And we can even get this in. Do you know what? We might be able to get that oil as well. We'll do it just in case that is any good. There we go. Because I'm wondering, do you want raw oil? You do, and you probably will for the whole duration of the scenario. So I'm going to go ahead and double track this up. That is nice and relatively flat. There we go. Another connection made with no additional debt taken on as well, might I add. So we'll go ahead and I guess we'll grain this up. I might want to start putting little waiting icons so that they wait for the trains to at least be half full. We'll go ahead and do that. And we've split again. And I should have some money coming in as well from those buildings. So currently you see it says 465k. Well, let's just take a quick look at our performance here. So apparently investors are highly excited by my performance here. I am too. I am pulling ahead here. It looks like they've fallen off a little bit, Chicago and Milwaukee. Personal net worth is doing okay. We can keep working on that, and we will keep working on that. There you go. You see that? It actually went up despite monthly costs and potential debt costs because of our industries. So that's really nice. We will bump up the dividend. Let's double it, actually. Let's also maybe... Can we buy back a little bit of stock? Yeah, let's do it. Can't reach the station. Why not? Where did I say you should be going? Oh, there is no destination. Destination is actually unknown. Fair enough. Also, I thought I made you... Oh, I thought I... Oh, I'm very annoyed at myself here. I was hoping to get the oil in there, but I guess it doesn't actually matter, does it? Alright, let's just take the food back here, shall we? Yep. It's a lot of food, but it does demand a fair bit of it, so... Shouldn't be so bad. These produce about 2 a year, so I think they'll be alright. This should be starting to approach profitability, I reckon. So down it goes. This should be gushing cash. Oh wow, look at that. Price to earnings of under 8, that is. We'll want to maintain these two, even if they are just at a small loss, it's totally worth. These are profitable. Yeah, I'm loving that. That's pretty much single-handedly driving us some nice growth. This is at 0. That's fine for now. We may want to up the number of passengers, although we are going to be taking passengers from here, so that's more to sort of... Ooh, there, you're encroaching on me. Okay, we started this in about January. Civil War is over. I think track labour costs have gone down. I think that might have been on about. We may want to think about, whilst we have this construction company, and if labour costs are going down, then we might want to start laying down some track just to get in here. I think I've started to suss out a little bit of a route, I should point out. July, that took about half a year. Let's go ahead and build these. Dallas, Fort Worth, water and sanding. There we go. Very good. And this train, number 7, very nice. Okay, right, so, in terms of the route, we want to go through here. we're already right there actually, it's pretty much flat, through Albuquerque, and then if we kind of come through here, it's still flat as we go all the way along up here for the most part. And then we just have to get to Los Angeles, that they've already made it to. A little bit frustrating that, but as long as we can sort of get... I mean, that's technically connected, right? So... Oi! There is no good way to do this. Yeah, we're going to have one-way trains. So I just need to think about going this way. Going that way is irrelevant. We're going to have a one-way train system is sort of the idea. As for making use of the stations around here, there's not a lot we can do. We've got coal. And if we go along here, I think up in... I don't know. Yeah, we could go that way, but then we're going a little bit far off. This is... I have no idea where we're going around here. Okay, looks like we can probably just build a big sort of line across here to get across. And then from about here, then we've pretty much made it. So I think I have an idea of our route, but we do want to make ourselves a little bit more profitable if possible. So I think I might continue to buy back some stock and pump up that dividend. 101k a year in dividends. I'm going to go ahead and buy back buy some more shares as well. I'm looking at not even maybe a fifth of the company, which isn't too bad actually. Okay, and another 2-for-1 split. Let's take a look at our earnings at the end of 1865. Another increase, modest increase in my own pay, which means we must have done very well. Our revenue is sailing ahead, as are our profits. It is straight up for us, up to 3 million in personal net worth. That is really quite nice actually. In fact, we can definitely leverage ourselves by buying a bit more. I mean, how are they all leveraged? Yeah, look at them. Their net worth, we've got a lot more purchasing power than I thought we actually did have there. I'm going to take it to 1 million there. Got to be careful though, because if the markets crash, then we're in big trouble. But there we go. How's that looking? Fantastic. I should have an even bigger share of the company now. Probably about a quarter, I'd say. Maybe that will suffice. I'll start throwing dividends out at myself. But we also need to look at more growth drivers, I think, for the business itself. The Baldwin Locomotive Company has offered an exclusive contract for their new 280 Consolidation locomotive. If you agree, you'll be the only company allowed to buy the Consolidation for the next 5 years. I'm not really fussed, to be honest. I might do it anyway, it just screws those guys over, but then... Am I really that hard done by? No, not really. It won't delay me getting the train, will it? But I'm going to get this anyway. He sold 3,000 shares of my company. Interesting. So the consolidation's pretty solid, actually. Definitely better on hills, as you can see here. More expensive to run, but it is also mighty quick. In comparison, that is. So what's great about this is I'm actually going to replace the ones that are doing sort of one service only. They can definitely be switched over. As can, I think, these... I mean, how are these all doing for sort of cargo? They always seem to have cargo left over. Lubbock seems to be perfectly run. These two here, though. These can be replaced. Consolidation for you. And a consolidation for you. Fantastic. Okay, good. We've got lots of food, lots of carryover. That should work nicely. That's now profitable. Lots of things are becoming profitable here. I think next we want to look at buying this bakery because that's going to start moving quicker in between the two. Increase the company's net worth. Speaking of which, what is the company? Oh, 6 million. 6 million already. We're almost done on that front. I should have had increasing my own net worth. Oh no, Joseph McCoy, a livestock trader, has offered you $500,000 to connect Abilene to your railway. He has a large amount of cattle just waiting to get to the market. Get a move on and make some good money. That's nearby, isn't it? Abilene, there it is. No, that's Alpine. Yoo-hoo, Abilene. Wasn't it up here somewhere? Oh, it's right there, in between everything. I mean, it's $500,000, right? And it is another industry. I could just sort of take all that cattle I could even just connect to it and not really do much else. Could also take it down to San Antonio and we get something going on over here. That could work, but the problem is track flatness, which I think we've just resolved essentially. Because going back, we wouldn't be taking anything back is the only problem. So I'm tempted just to dump all that cattle in here and have done with it. Maybe it's not that great. Maybe it's really not that great. So something I have just noticed is the sheer amount of stuff going on here in Rapid City. Grain, cattle, iron and coal. Although the city itself is not, I mean that's barely a city, it's 3 houses. We wouldn't be able to take anything back if we were to say use it to take everything over here. But it could be a good one-way service where we just pile loads of stuff into sort of Denver and then take everything along to, I don't know, Pueblo, I suppose. But we could have steel going on there. What we do with that steel, however, is kind of the question, really, isn't it? I may need to sort of run a service from Denver then to possibly Topeka or Kansas City. I mean, I've got the steel here that I could use. It'll be close to each other, but this is quite a good opportunity, I think, to... yeah, I imagine the cost of a rail wouldn't be too bad, and I imagine it's also relatively flat the entire way up, and it goes all the way up to exactly what I'm looking for. Colorado Springs. Goes up a little bit, but generally speaking, that distance could be extremely profitable, so I think we found our next growth driver here. Oh, you know what? I'll take that, and I will repay this. Good. Alright, we've got 1.2 mil. I'm going to go ahead and make this take this about here. Yes, there. As long as we have actually I don't know, there's cattle there. Yeah, this should do. It's not connected to Denver though. I'd like it to be actually connected to Denver, so we will do this. There we go. And then over here, don't know if we want all of it. We'll have all of it because it may become a proper fully fledged city someday. Potentially. Although, it really isn't doing itself any favours here, is it? I can do it from here and be connected to everything. Does demand grain. Plenty of grain there. Maybe we get a little loop going around. But I don't know if that's really worth it. I'd rather start focusing on the industries that we have here. 2.8 gradient there. Could we sort of reduce it? Yes, we can. There it is. Lovely. And that should work nicely. So, from Rapid City, we have got, we'll go double iron, double coal, and we're going to wait till this train is full. It is not allowed to move until it is full. And that's going to take it to Denver. So that looks rather nice to me. We'll go roundhouse, sanding, water. There it is. Boom. Right. First service, or first line of that service is up and running. From here, we could also take some cattle. I should also take some cattle, actually. Kind of wish I did. Oh, you do not want to do that. No, do not take anything else. Yeah, I guess we'll go one grain. Sorry, one cattle. Don't know if that's really going to be worth it, though, is it? Nah, we're gonna streamline this and focus on just getting that steel across to here, then getting the goods back between essentially Denver and Kansas City and Topeka. Okay, I've decided to retire one of these trains because I think this one's going to be able to do the run solo, essentially. So that's what we're going to do here. Yeah. Just have it run solo. Alright, lovely. We've got a lot more money coming in. They've cut our salary. That is fine. Just you wait and see what I've got planned for you. Speaking of which, whilst the price is then slightly suppressed, we'll do that. How are you looking? I might sell a couple of yours. You've had good expansion, but I'll take my initial investment back, essentially. Looking really nice. Right, we do want a double track here. And start moving it down, essentially. I might want to do it from here first, actually. So let's get the station where we want it. We want a nice long straight track, because then that will I mean, that will just mean we can go at pretty high speeds. There we go. Perfect, perfect. That too is fine. It'll fly over that mark. Pass the oil. Yeah, that should be sufficient. I think having a straight track is actually more useful than anything, to be honest. We will first of all... This is going to be extremely good. Oh, yeah. In the middle here, we are going to go ahead and plonk this here. Put it on the oil, just so that there's a landmark. Just some additional water and sand, essentially, for its travels. Right, this constellation... Consolidation, sorry. I keep calling it constellation. It is, yeah, consolidation. Goodness sake. Right. Get in there. This will produce a lot of steel. There we go. We got some steel there. United States buys Alaskan territory from Russia. Ooh. Alright, so, for steel, you also produce iron. So you can actually take iron down here, too. Have a look at that. But I think I'd rather take some passengers because they'll be worth a fair bit. So, you're unloading. Once you're out of the way, I will then get another train in. Right. Alright, all good. Out of the way. Let's start this Denver Topica. So, we want to wait till this is essentially full, but, you know, we'll go with full steel here. We'll go passengers. And three goods back. You do demand a fair bit of passengers. Yeah, it looks good to me. Let's do that. Alright, boom times ahead. Excellent. We need to start thinking about the main objective now, right? So, how many years have we been going? What was it, 1978 we've got until? I am going to start building towards that now, I think. Because I have kind of lost sight of what I'm meant to be doing here. Oh dear. Right, let's do this then. So, that looks pretty nice. Let me show you the route I was thinking of. There it is. See that? Perfect. Right, anything up to about 4% is okay, but we want to keep it moving along smoothly. We don't have enough money. Ah, right, yes, that's true. But anyway. Suspended the dividend, or at least reduced it. There we go, that's fine. Back up. Alright, got to start buying some of this stuff here as well. Looks good, looks very good. Are you still... How's the grain supply doing? Really nice, actually. In fact, we can probably snap up both of these then. And soon we'll be able to get that steel mill. Land grants halted. Government holds all new land grants till Senate finishes investigation. Track construction up 20%. Good thing it's down 20% for us. Did we accept the 30% reduction? I can't remember, but that's kind of annoying. Really? Oh well, here's what it is. And how are you doing? You are flying. This is going to be a new speed record. Look at it go. Oh, he broke down. No, he got robbed. And he's stolen the passengers. My god, he stole the passengers. Whoever it was. By Jesse James. How dare you. That's frustrating, to be honest, but hey, it is what it is. Can't really bring in that new train just yet then. Okay, this year we were not the one with the highest revenue, or the highest profits, but that's fine. We're at 4 million net worth. We are getting there. Who has no water? You have no water. Did I forget to do that here? I did. Oh gosh, you know what? This could be bad. Because if you run out of sand as well, which you're about to, oh, I'm going to have to bite the bullet on this one and just build a quick one here just so you can carry on about your day. At least you're very close anyway. Also, you're nearly done. Okay. Good. I think we're probably at the point where we can nearly get... Do you know what? The time it's taken you to go back and forth. One's always going to be waiting here, but that's fine. There we go. Yes, take that. Lovely, lovely. Right. We've got a lot of money now all of a sudden. Just like that. Let's keep it going. Let's also... I want to get paid, so gonna up that as well. Carry on buying some more shares. I am getting a fair bit there. Do we want to buy back some shares, maybe? I should probably focus on the objective, actually. You know what? Yes, I need to not lose sight too much of that. There we go. Let's go for this. Right, where am I going from here? I'm trying to go around through Cedar City, I believe. We keep it going like this. Looks good. Right, now it gets a bit of a big dip there, isn't there? That's fine. 3% uphill we can handle. And then we're trying to get sort of... Oh gosh, I don't even know. Was it like along here? There. There, right. What's the best? Probably along here then. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay, now we work out the station. Whether it technically counts as being connected. Technically counts as here being connected. Alright, that'll do. And it still does demand stuff. Good, I was about to say it's not so far out that it's... that last bit's going to be painful when it comes to it. 4.6%, no way. And that's it, we're out of money. I just want it done, and I want to get the first train going. Oh my god, are you kidding me? How could it be that much? Hang on, there's got to be a sweet spot somewhere. There always is. There. Even better there. Beautiful. Much quicker. Much better. Alright, now I just need to actually... Oh, I forgot I need to connect down here, don't I? Okay, I guess we're waiting on the money then. A little bit longer. Does New Orleans still have lots of dosh? Has enough. Ah, we've got a new one. So, this is the 4408 wheeler. So it's slightly cheaper to run than the consolidation, I believe. Yes, and its performance is also quite good, actually. If you're not dealing with terrain, it's probably the better train. So, for instance, for this service here, it might actually be a little bit better. I would say anything that's quite flat, it's very good at. Mind you, these are looking really nice, to be honest. We also want to try and buy this steel mill, because this is going to be extremely profitable for us. Want to buy that before the year's end. Right, economy cooling. Senate clears railroads of wrongdoing. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm guessing there was a chance it was all going to go a bit pear-shaped for us then. That's what I'm guessing there. Right, 800,000. We need 800,000 to buy that, but I want a little bit more wiggle room, shall we say, for debts and expenditures. I think once this one's gotten to Denver, we're pretty much there. Although, no, we're going to buy it now. Because it's about to be the end of the year. There we go. Okay, that's fine. How are we doing? Pretty nice. Over 2 million in profits. Salary's getting cut and all that. Net worth seems to be falling because it's tied to my own shares. Sorry, it's tied to my own shares. Let's up that dividend again. 260k. Yeah, that's fine. That's looking very nice. Alright, over here we need to make the final connection is going to be a single track along here. There we go. Oh, yes, right. First one. From there to Los Angeles Junction. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. And then we will just destroy the train once it's got there. Right, let's make sure it can actually reach it. It can. Good. Very good, very good. Okay, we have connected to Los Angeles. That is marvellous. Now we need to think about everything else along the way. We're going to go ahead and put a little Do you know what? We'll put a roundhouse here. Okay, we're going to put this on a priority route. We're also going to make a second one, because I think we have... we don't quite have the passengers, actually. But you know, I'm going to do it anyway. We're going to change this to a mail. And I want to get about 4 of these trains going as well. Okay, very good. Alright, so I've gone ahead and picked up this tool and die factory rather. So we've got that going as well. Let's have a little look at the profits of this. Whopping 140,000 on the steel mill there. Bloody good. Bloody marvellous. Yeah, sure, the topic of flyer. Sorry, I just realised I need to buy these, and that's all I could think about was buying that. So there we go. This will all help increase the company's book value, which, shall we take a look at that book value? It is now a whopping 14 million. We have more than crushed that. Let's have a look at my own personal wealth. Doing quite well in stocks. My cash is obviously holding me back, but doing okay. I'm about halfway to where I need to be. And also going to go ahead and do that. These guys are they're continuing to expand their business, but thankfully I do have some shares in them still. Probably shouldn't have sold any of them, but that's okay. I am going to buy more of this. Actually, I should have bought shares back first. 850,000, that's a lot of my money there. I am currently also placing some stations around the place here, just as we get a bit closer. I'm going to go ahead and leave this as a small one for now, to begin with. There we go. And we'll make this also a roundhouse, just so it gets an oil top up. And then that's more or less it now. I'll put one more here. I think we have all the stations that we need to connect to it. Okay. How's New Orleans looking? Good. Right, we can make another train. Between these 4 trains, just 2 of them need to actually make the journey. Where are you? Look at it here in Midland. Very nice. Obviously, it's costing us money to run these trains. They're not making us anything at the moment. Something to remember. This is going okay. Like, by the time this gets round here, the next one's going off, so I'm quite happy with this supply we've got going here. Right. We probably will buy back some more stock. And how is my ownership percentage looking? Quite nice. I must be up over a third of the company then. Yeah, I'm about a third. I own about a third of it, which means I get 1/3 of the dividend that's given out. That's kind of the way you want to play this, is eventually you're just handing out all that cash back to you. And we want it all done by 78, I believe, was the objective. Okay, here we go. Generally speaking, revenue seems to be it's still increasing, bit flat. Profits are up and down. They're making a loss now. No surprise there if you operate in such hilly terrain. Like, look at this. Look how long this train takes to get up here. Just awful. Yeah, not good. Oh, look at this go. Oh, I didn't have a station there. I've misplaced the station. Well, that's no good, is it? Quickly, I should probably buy buy something here then. That's not good at all. I just bought the wrong thing as well. For goodness sake, I am panicking, flailing. Right, anyway. Yes, we'll buy back more shares. Okay, good. Keep it topped up. Keep it going. Would be tragic if one of these trains crashed. But I'm confident, quietly confident they'll make it through. We did find a nice route through here. I'm going to really bump up the dividend now as well, since I'm going to be getting more of it. Okay, I've just found another little circuit I can get going here. We're going to have... Actually, it's going to be... yeah, double track along here. Just up to about there. We're just going to get some more... yeah, some more going here. We want to continue to try and increase our revenue as best we can. We want this to sort of spin off and probably go down here to about there. Yep, we've got a bakery there. We've got... Well, the food will go down there, actually. That's all that matters. And then... Is that right? Yes. You're not actually connected, though. Now you're connected. Good. Right, lovely. So you can go along here. Then you can go along there. Lovely. Right. So the idea is we're going to take grain along here to the bakery. And then food down to Sui Falls. However that's pronounced. I don't actually know. Since it's relatively flat, we'll go for maybe the cheap... No, we'll go for one good train. I do quite like this one. It's reliable. But yes, 4 there from Fargo. Well, maybe go for 3. Does demand milk, so maybe we'll double up on that. No, we'll put passengers on at the end there. And then nothing from here. And this still needs the caboose. There we go. Lovely. And you're going to need a roundhouse water sanding. Done. Great, great. Just get another sort of service going, make some more money. We do want to try and increase our revenue. We make the company more valuable. We increase the share price, which will get me to that 8 million mark as well. I do wonder if I might throw in one more just in case. Yes, that looks good. Okay. How are we looking anyway? Good. Nearly there. One last thing with this particular route here. Going to make sure I put it down to be full only, so that we have a reliable circuit going here. But yeah, we can get money from the bakery, money from the actual train route service itself, and yeah, money from the grain silos, so it should be relatively profitable actually. Alright, and I'm pretty much just frantically buying back stock because as soon as this reaches its destination, we're basically there. And we're going to get a lot of money for this, although it will have been... No, it will have been a service that has made money actually, believe it or not. Maybe I'll continue to run this, just because it is clearly profitable. I mean, it's only lost 150,000 going across, and it's going to make us a good million or something like that. Nearly. Alright, any last trains want to come in before this comes in? Because I would love to buy some more shares back. A bunch more shares. I don't think it's going to happen. No, we got something there. There we go. Right, buy back some stock. And I think that's going to be it. Oh, hang on. Hang on, hang on. Boom time's ahead. Very nice. Buy back more stock. Done. Right. Oh, that was this, was it? Ah, yes, that was it. Well, we did it. Congratulations, us. Let's wait for it to sort of leave, just to be on the safe side. There we go. Now we can retire the train. Very good. But that should have increased our share price a fair bit. Ooh, look at that! Look at my personal wealth. It's suddenly rocketed. Just like that. There you have it. We've pretty much done it. We've got the second one coming in now as well. Come on, in you come. Oh, one of the trains suffered a breakdown. But there it is. That's it, we've done our 6. I think. Unless we have to do some from... What if we do? What if I've got this all wrong, guys, this entire time? Oh no, we've done it. That's it. And there you have it. Congratulations, you've completed the southern route in record time. A feat of railroading greatness. Thank you very much. Well, that was a good one, wasn't it?
Now that the transcontinental parties have died down, there's business at hand in the southwest.
And that's what we shall be doing next time. Oh yes, so thanks for watching everybody, and I shall see you then.